Hey guys, Professor Bill, Comic Book University, and Darth Vader, issue number 12. Nuts! Absolutely nuts. So I thought we were going to get a whole big thing about him creating his new lightsaber hilt. Oh, that happened, but it was literally glossed over, and instead, we got so much more. Remember that, not opening scene, but one of those earlier scenes in the original Star Wars movie, A New Hope? You remember when he went after that one admiral, whatever the heck he was, I guess he was an admiral, and Grand Moff Tarkin was like, enough, Vader, like that, and just all that, he's like, as you wish, as you command, whatever. I think he said as you wish. Anyway, it was always the question of, like, what is the hierarchy? So it's almost like Charles Soule breaks the fourth wall here and has the Emperor look directly at us. And he says, is the hierarchy here not understood by all? And you realize that he's called a contingent of all of his highest officers. So he says, make no mistake, Vader speaks as though I speak. All right, an edict from him is a command from him is an edict for me, something to that effect. Vader had basically meditated on all this stuff, having to deal with another assassination attempt and whatnot. He's dealing with all of this stuff, and he's meditating, and he realizes that he's got to make an example and a show of power. They already see that he's got strength. They need to see that he's got power also. So the difference is implied. Strength in that he can kill whoever he wants, but power, knowing that this authority comes from the Emperor. So dude, this is so good, man. I love the politics behind this. It's just, I need to kill a couple of these guys. It's like, I know you said you don't want me to, you don't want to rule over an empire of bodies, but it's either I kill some of them or all of them. I need to show them who's boss. It's like, okay, fine, let's go. So the Emperor is addressing these guys and like, you need to understand, he's my man. So he takes a step back. Vader walks forward, calls 5 names there at random, and he force chokes them to death. And it's like, I want you guys to all understand, don't cross me, because I will survive. I will always survive. No. Yeah, I can never get that out of my head now, ever. It's so ingrained. That was like, that was the worst part. That was worse for me than Jar Jar Binks. Anyway, nonetheless, this was fantastic. And you also see one of the traitors, guy who lost 2 of his fingers. That was interesting. So he's still there amongst them. Yeah, they planted the evidence to try and make it look like the Emperor himself had tried to have Vader assassinated. But no, his loyalty is too great. So first off, I'm going to give a grade. We're going with a B+ on this. This was great, and the psychological impact on this was fantastic. What was pretty interesting, Vader and Palpatine, just their conversations, and the idea that this version of Palpatine is very different from the original, what was that, the Dark Horse universe that was making the comic books for Star Wars back in the day, when you'd always have the idea that the Emperor is constantly messing with Darth Vader, like always messing with him. It's like, dude, you're broken. You know what I'm saying? So I'm going to replace you. The thing is, only the most powerful thing that I can find will replace you. So he keeps on sending after him, test after test after test. So that was always the big deal. We're always like, oh yeah, Palpatine's always testing Vader. Here, Charles Soule once again kind of subtly redirects us and makes us understand, because the Emperor says directly to Vader, Vader's like, I thought that you were trying to have me killed. If I want you dead, you'd be dead. He's like, well, I thought maybe you were testing me. He's like, I don't test, I teach. Boom. Okay, question answered. Thank you very much. Very direct, and I dug it. That's it for me, guys. Professor Bill, Comic Book University. Class dismissed.